guys, and welcome back to Honey and Blooming. Today's episode video is gonna be all about my favorite self-care and productivity applications on Apple or iPhone, and I'm not sure if you can get them on Android, but I'll put them here. I'll let you know when I show the app if you can. I just filmed a little update and posted it on my story saying that I might be switching to a YouTube channel, and I hope it's taken well, I don't know. So this video could be on YouTube, and if it is, welcome to the world of Honey and Blooming on YouTube. And if it's not, and you guys said that you wanted IGTVs, then we're still here, still creating the same content. But yeah, who knows? So the first app, and is a program that I recently discovered when I was watching some YouTube videos, and it's called Notion. And it is really cool. It's your one-stop shop for anything, to-do list, reading list, anything you want, you can keep it in there. I also have a whole thing where I have my uni timetable, my uni, when I get my syllabuses, I can put it in all there. I will show you it because the user interface of it is amazing and I literally love it. And I don't know where I'd be without this platform. I think it's one of my favorite systems that I've found, and it works really well for me productivity wise. You hear me talk about Headspace all the time, but Headspace has to be my number one app for meditation. I love all of their meditations that they offer. They do this thing called Everyday Headspace, and I've been doing that of a morning, and then I'll continue my finding focus of a nighttime, or I'll use their unwind or reset for the day meditations as well, because they're also amazing. The next app is Habit, and it is so pretty, it is so aesthetic, and I love it so much. But pretty much it's just a digital habit tracker on your phone, and I love it because whenever I finished a habit, you can tick it, and it's really simple and really easy to use. So if you're not into bullet journaling, I would recommend this app, and you also want to track your habits. This app is pretty much made for you, and it's also so pretty, and the user interface again is amazing. The next app is Plant Nanny, and this is more like a self-care app or a habit tracking app as well. But I use this app to track my water, and essentially you put in how much water you want to drink in a day. I use the ounces system because it works better for my water bottle, and essentially I drink 100 ounces every day, with that water bottle being 32 ounces. I have my serving size in 16 ounces. I have set my own personal reminders to remind me pretty much every 3 hours from the time I wake up to drink a bottle of water, or drink half a bottle of water pretty much. And basically you feed a plant and you track your water. And I think it's really cool and really simple in order to track your water. It's a very simple app and user interface to use. I don't know, that sounded really weird, and I just said a bunch of words that doesn't really make sense. Anyway, my next app is Forest, and I've also talked about Forest before, but it's basically like the Pomodoro method, but essentially you can set your own times, and it keeps you off your phone from studying whilst you're doing a task, and you grow a tree. Running theme, I like growing trees apparently using my phone. Or if you don't like that app, Flip is also the same thing. So I'm pretty sure you flip your phone. I have the app, but I haven't actually tested it out because I downloaded it after I finished exams. And so I think it could be a good alternative if you don't want to download Forest, as it obviously is a paid app. But in my personal opinion, Forest is the best app ever. The next app is Google Keep. Now, if you're not really into the Notion thing, Google Keep is really simple. It's an app on your phone. You can download it for your computer. And basically, it's just a sticky note system. You can see them all there. You can access it whilst you're on your Google Calendar as well, which I find really helpful if I'm planning out video content or putting in when I want to study and what I have to do. I can easily implement it and look at my to-do list and look at my Google Calendar as well. And Quizlet is my favorite. The next app I'm talking about is Quizlet, which is my favorite studying technique. I've talked about Quizlet before because I've talked about quite a few of these apps before because I just love them, and I wanted to share with them continuing on about Quizlet, so basically you make your own flashcards. I would make them for like the subjects I was doing and each individual topic, and then at the end of the year or even at the end of the semester would combine them all together and create one massive Quizlet and then study from that. If you've watched my How I Revise video in my Motivate Your School Year series, you would know how I properly used Quizlet because I went into depth. So if you want to check that out, and if this is on YouTube, head over to my Instagram account and watch my Motivate Your School Year series, the video How I Revise, because I talk about Quizlet and how I used Quizlet in depth over there. My last app is just...
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
That's fun. Is just the general Apple Notes app. If you don't want Google Keep, you don't want Notion, you don't want to have to download an extra app to take up space on your phone, utilize the Notes app. I've been utilizing the Notes app for probably like 4 or 5 years now. 4 or 5 years now, and I love it. I think it syncs between your phone and laptop pretty much seamlessly. I use it to keep my to-do list. I've talked about this before. I keep my to-do list in 3 different spots, and I've talked about keeping it on the Notes app, and I just love it. I think it's really simple, really easy. I have so many notes. I've talked about my master list. I keep my master list, my reading list, my master to-do list, my TV show tracker, random thoughts. So just if some quote pops up or something like that, I just keep it in that Notes app. And I find that app like so easy and so simple to use. You don't have to download anything. And so I would recommend, if you're gonna take anything out of this gonna take anything out of this video, just utilize the apps that are already on your phone as well. Your calendar app, your clock app, your notes app. I find that they're all very useful and can be the most productive apps you can use on your phone. And just another tip, I'm just gonna throw this in here, is declutter your phone. If you haven't used, I like to set this thing in, if I haven't